Yo, what up, y'all? Who is Snoop? Welcome to my YouTube channel. Look, I'm fresh off vacation, y'all. So one of my next videos is definitely going to be just doing a recap over some of the places that me and my wife visited for my birthday in Europe, Rome, Venice, and Amsterdam. But today what I want to do, whenever I take a long vacation or a long break from work, I always like to do inspections on my businesses. So that's what I'll be doing today. I've got, as you all know, 5 restaurants, 3 salon suites, so they keep me busy. So I like to travel often. And when I get back from traveling, I got to make sure that everybody's been up to doing what they were supposed to do. So that's what we're going to do today. Go ahead and check out Remedy North. We actually had 2 new suites that were built while I was gone. So looking forward to checking those out and just seeing what we got going on, what they need to get on top of. So y'all go ahead and take a ride with me. So when I'm doing my inspections, the first place that I start with, of course, is the outside. One of the things that I'm noticing is that we definitely could use some pressure washing on our sidewalk. So that's going to be something that's going to be recommended to my manager that I have that actually operates all of the locations. So in my Salon Suite Master Course, and you can get that at www.salonsuitemastercourse.com, I preach and I talk a lot about how this is a business where you don't have to have a lot of staff. So I literally have one manager that manages all 3 of my locations. Now, I just brought my wife in because I want her to learn the business as I continue to grow and add more salon suites, to my repertoire or my list of businesses. But, it's not something that you really need a lot of staff. So that's one of the things that I really like about it. But as you guys see, definitely want to get the sidewalk pressure washed. And make sure we're keeping these front windows clean because, of course, when you first walk up to a business, it's very important to make sure that you have that. Another thing that we were supposed to get when we first started was, all those little advertising signs. So, these windows can literally be wrapped with a lot of the information. So what I will most likely do, since we've just built suites that actually go here, I'm not going to cover their suites up because this is the thing that a lot of suite owners like. They like that sunlight, So, but right here, what I'll probably do is cover these up, or at least just cover this up right here, just with some promotional material so we can make sure that we're always keeping our suites leased out. All right, so let's go ahead and see what Remedy North is up to. All right, so step right in. Just saw the rug, could just use a little cleaning. And I try not to I don't really super nitpick like that. So that's one of the things to keep in mind as well. It's like nothing is perfect. I don't get upset. I try to treat everybody that works with me with respect. And that keeps them coming around. So these are the 2 new suites that we actually built out while I was gone. I can't necessarily show them to you guys because, as you see, one of them has already been leased out, and the other one, they just leased it out to somebody yesterday who's going to be coming in. Oh, well, she's already started moving her stuff in. So it's always good, like I was telling you guys before, and like I mentioned on my course, when you've got salon suites, you want to make sure that you lease them out fully and that you're utilizing as much of that space as possible. So another thing that I'm actually thinking about doing, because since we've been open, we've actually had this space right here for 2 potential makeup artists, but we've never really leased them out. So if these don't lease out within the next 30 days, this is now kind of like our peak season. The wintertime is normally a little bit slower with getting new leases, but now it's our peak season. So if we don't get these leased out, then what I'm going to do is build a wall here, and then this is going to be 2 suites right here as well. You just don't want to have a lot of common area space because that space that's not making you money. The beauty industry is a $531 billion industry, and it just continues to grow. This is a recession-proof industry. People are always going to need to get these services done. People care what they look like, especially we're in a entrepreneur-driven society, and that's why this salon suite model always wins. If you can put it into a populated area, a decent-sized metropolitan city, where individuals need to have beauty services done, you're gonna win. And so essentially what you do is you lease or buy a building. I tell people that work with me, that take my course, as well as that franchise with me, you wanna get a building that's at least 3,000 square feet. So for this to be profitable for you, you need to at least have about 17, 18 suites that you're working with, okay? All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and just move on down. There's really not a lot of stuff that we have to look at because most of the individual suites, just kind of normally just peek at those and make sure that they're, the tenants are keeping those clean, which is what the manager should be doing anyway. I'm more so kind of looking at the common areas, making sure that they're clean, tidy, seeing what I could do with the advertising opportunities, like I talked about those things in the windows that we could put up, making sure that the trash is dumped and things of that nature. So let's go, guys. Right here on the floor. It's small, but of course we want to keep things nice and tidy. Hey, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Just saying hello. I'm Snoop. Nice to meet you.
I'm Charlisa.
Nice to meet you. All right, so this is an area right here that needed to be fixed. It should have been fixed before we open. What they can actually do is just put one of these little things right down here, and more so just an eyesore, but food and different things of that nature can get stuck down there, and then we can have critters that end up coming. So we want to make sure that that doesn't occur. This is our common area back here where we have our wash bowls and our dryers. And so one of the things that's important when it comes to the common area, so as you guys see, this bag is right here. This means that probably something is wrong with this sink. So I want to check and make sure what's going on, make sure that they have a maintenance man that's going to be coming to fix this. Something that's important when you're doing your area back here, you want to make sure that you have some stainless steel or something back here, so that it's easy to clean, because what's going to happen is water is going to splash, shampoo, conditioner, etc., and you want to make sure that you have surfaces that can be easily cleaned by your wash bowls. I want to make sure that I look at is I want to check out the back area as well. The back here is where we have our dumpster, so I want to make sure that the trash has been dumped and it's not overflowing, and as we see, it has. So that's good to see as well. A lot of our tenants a lot of times will come back here and park so that we can leave the spaces in the front available for customers. All right, then of course we can't forget the restrooms. We want to make sure that those are super clean as well. As we see, it is. So that's always something that really makes me happy, is a nice clean restroom. And now this one back here has a bag over the toilet for some reason, so I have to find out what's going on with this one. And that's it right here. This is actually our storage closet. We keep a lock on there, so there's no reason to really go back there. But generally what I do once I put my notes together, I'll send them to the manager. And I normally give them about 2 to 3 days to either correct everything, if it's something small or simple, or to let me know how it will be corrected, when maintenance is coming out or when it's going to be taken care of. So these inspections, I generally do these probably once a quarter. I probably should do them a little more frequently with my restaurants, but I do have a much larger team over there. And with the salon suites, you know, like I always say, man, this is a simple business. So I don't try to complicate it any further. But y'all, thanks for following me on my tours. Look, if y'all caught something that I didn't catch, go ahead and drop it down in the comments for me. All right. Appreciate it.